Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and Wizards of the Coast did their live stream this afternoon and shared a little bit of information about Guilds of Ravnica. We learned what the mechanics will be for each guild, so we'll go over those today. We also got a look at some of the cards from the guild kits. 14 cards altogether, all reprints, and we'll look at all those too. This will be a relatively short video, so I'll just simply say if you're looking for a way to support the channel, just check out the description below. You'll find a few ways, but let's get into the information. We got a lot to talk about. Beginning with the mechanics from Guilds of Ravnica. So they showed us the 5 mechanics that will be associated with each one of the guilds. We already knew about Convoke because that was on the Buy a Box promo a couple days ago, but they did confirm that that will be associated with Selesnya. This returning mechanic lets you tap creatures to help pay for spells. For example, you can tap a green creature to pay green in a spell with Convoke. Now that is the only returning mechanic. The other 4 are new, starting with Mentor, which is associated with Boros. Mentors teach their understudies to be better, stronger. When a creature with Mentor attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on an attacking creature with less power. Makes sense for Boros. They really want to get aggressive in the red zone with a lot of small creatures typically. This is going to reward you for that. Surveil goes along with Dimir. Dimir spies are everywhere, including looking at the top of your deck. Surveil is like Scry, but instead of putting cards on the bottom of your library, they go to your graveyard. The way they described this was just Scry, but instead of choosing top or bottom of your deck, you got to choose top of the deck or graveyard. And I like that a lot better, actually, because a lot of times you can use cards in your graveyard if you have the right synergy. So I think that's actually kind of cool. They also said you might see Surveil 2 or Surveil 3, kind of like we see with Scry. Jumpstart. This is the Isn't mechanic. You can cast instants and sorceries with Jumpstart from your graveyard. Just discard a card, pay the mana, and exile the card, and you've jumpstarted a formerly used spell. I'll describe that a little clearer because that is kind of vague. Basically, let's say there's a card with Jumpstart in your graveyard. We'll say it's a red and 2, do 3 damage to any creature or something like that. You can decide to discard a card, pay the red and 2 because that's the original cast of the Jumpstart spell, exile that Jumpstart spell, and then it's like you're casting another copy of it, basically. So, kind of interesting. I've noticed there's a lot of graveyard interactions in this particular set overall once you move through all of these mechanics. And then finally, Undergrowth. This isn't as much of a mechanic as a keyword. This is going along with Golgari. Undergrowth abilities care about the number of dead creatures in your graveyard, just like the Golgari use the dead to make themselves stronger. So in other words, you might have a creature that says this gets +1/+1 for every creature in your graveyard or something like that. Alright, so that's what we learned about Guilds of Ravnica today. More to come in the future, but they did talk more about the guild kits. As a matter of fact, they shared 14 cards that are included in some of these decks. All of these are reprints. And a reminder, these are not standard legal. Any reprints from the guild kits will only be legal in the formats that they are already legal in. So don't worry about these cards showing up in standard or anything like that. That's not going to happen. But there's some really good reprints here you're going to see in a second. Now, the guild kits come out November 2nd. They have a retail price of $19.99. There's 5 different ones, one for each of the guilds that you'll find in Guilds of Ravnica. So let's take a look at these cards. Alright, I'll go in the order that they went in the stream today, starting with some of the cards from the Golgari deck, beginning with Abrupt Decay. Fantastic reprint here. This is a $4 or $5 card, and it sees a lot of play in Modern as well as Legacy. Here's another $4 to $5 card. This one's kind of interesting, though. Deathrite Shaman. Of course, this is banned in Legacy as well as Modern currently, but it is playable in Vintage. Actually pretty good there, and also good in Commander. Lotleth Troll. Alright, this one maybe isn't as expensive. Anyone who played Standard during this time period, though, will remember this card. Savra, Queen of the Golgari. This is a cool Commander card. It's never been reprinted, so I'm kind of glad that they had an opportunity to make another copy of it. It only costs about $2.50, but not bad overall. Alright, let's move on to Izzet. Char is going to be included there. Electrolyze. Fantastic Modern card. Maybe not expensive, but highly played. Niv Mizzet the Firemind. And oh yeah, some of these cards are going to have brand new art. For example, this Niv Mizzet looks amazing. So I think that's actually kind of cool. Again, another card that's not super expensive or anything like that, but I do really like the art here. Alright, let's move on to Selesnya with Glare of Subdual. Loxodon Hierarch will be there too. Tulsimir Wolfblood, another card that's never been reprinted, and again, it's around $2.50 or so not bad. I actually have seen people play this in Commander since it does buff green as well as white creatures. Let's move on to Boros with Aurelia the War Leader, and again another card with brand new art. Looks amazing. Now the original copy of this card will run you about $6-7. It did get a reprint from the Vault Angels, but that's it. Those are the only 2 printings of the card until now. Forrest Reckoner is coming back, another card that was very good in Standard during its time. Legion Loyalist. This one is fantastic. $8 to $9 reprint. This sees play in the Goblin Modern decks, and another card that has never been reprinted. And one last card. This is the only card from Dimir. Dimir kind of got shorted here with the previews, but it's Night Veil Spectre, another card that is seeing a reprint for the first time. Alright, with that being said, that's a recap of the stream today. Hope you found the information useful. Until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.